Welcome to Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG, the internet's last mistake. I am your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we're going to talk a little bit about something that's been kind of done and talked about to death, so I'm just going to get right into it, okay? Now, Metroid Prime 4 was being worked on for the Nintendo Switch, and it was announced, they showed a logo, and we didn't hear anything for a while. The rumors were that Namco was working on it. You had, I think, some other internal team working on it. Just Retro wasn't working on it. And now Nintendo has canceled Metroid Prime 4 in its current state and reverted the development back to Retro. The big rumor is that Retro showed them a demo of what they want to do with Metroid Prime 4, and therefore that's what caused them to do that. So here's my controversial opinion on it. Here, let me put some delicious Arlo tears over here. I kind of love Metroid. Metroid is kind of my jam. I really liked, oddly enough, I liked the third one and the second one. I wasn't really a fan of the first one until Zero Mission came out. I think Metroid Prime 1 is pretty good. I thought Metroid Prime 2 was okay. And Metroid Prime 3 was okay. I liked the control scheme for Metroid Prime 3. I've been looking forward to a new Metroid Prime game for the Switch, mainly because of all the stuff you can do with the amiibo. We're still waiting on that Dark Samus amiibo. Eventually. But let's get really right into it real quick. Let's talk about Metroid Prime. Or rather, let's talk about the legacy of Metroid Prime. Now, the Metroid Prime trilogy does have its little spin-offs. In fact, let's go and put this right here. There's Metroid Prime trilogy. Woo! And here over here is, let's see, you have Metroid Prime First Hunt. And then Metroid Prime Hunters. Metroid Prime Federation Force. And then I kind of count Other M as part of the Metroid Prime series. I know that's a little unfair, but I don't really consider it to be proper Metroid canon. I consider it to be a side series, just like the rest of Metroid Prime. I feel that Metroid Prime is pretty good, and if the rumors that a Metroid Prime trilogy is already done and was going to be released for the Switch, they should just go ahead and do it, because here's what you do. You put out Metroid Prime trilogy on the Switch with, motion controls and all that, and then you just let that be the Metroid game for this year, and then when Metroid Prime 4 comes out in like 2020, because I'm actually looking at this and being, the rumor is that the development for Metroid Prime 4 was kind of plagued with all sorts of delays and such, and then Retro was like, hey, here's a demo we put up of what we want to do, and then Nintendo's like, I think we'll go with that. So, considering that Metroid Prime trilogy proper is the only of the Metroid Prime games that's developed specifically by Retro, the other ones are other parties, I think the best way we can get a good Metroid Prime 4 is if the original company, Retro, is working on it. So I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to take a little bit less time because, one, even though a lot of the people who worked on Metroid Prime 1, like about a handful of them are not there with the company anymore, and you have new people who only worked on 2 and 3, and then Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical Freeze, I guess the best way to put it is, they still have all the assets for the original ones there, and if there was a Metroid Prime trilogy for the Switch being made, then that's obviously going to have some upscaled or higher definition character assets. And if there's already a demo that was convincing enough for Nintendo to be like, yeah, we're stopping development on this that we're working on, just giving it to you guys, then that means that they're actually further along than they're saying, and I wouldn't be surprised if near the end of this year we get some kind of trailer for Metroid Prime 4 and a release date of, I would say the Metroid Prime 4 should be a summer 2020 game or a winter 2021, like January 2021 or so. Who knows? Maybe it'll use like that weird little patent that they were talking about. You know, Nintendo renewed a patent recently, which I thought I'd go ahead and mention, where essentially you have a little a camera over your screen, like above your TV, and then a little beacon that you wear on your glasses or whatnot, and the camera follows the beacon, and so the movement of whatever's on the screen follows the motion of your vision to appear 3D. Now that could be useful if they ever decide to port over, say, I don't know, Kid Icarus Uprising, because that is a game that really benefited from the 3D on the Nintendo 3DS. So yeah, Metroid Prime 4 was scrapped and put out, like scrapped and then put into the hands of Retro, and I am really thankful that Nintendo went out and was really transparent about that. If there's something I really like, I like it when companies are transparent and honest about their intentions and what they're doing. So that's just my opinion on it. This is just a really short Philip Rationale video, and yeah, I know I'm a little late, but it's not news and it's not done until I comment about it. So that's just the way it is. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe, and ring that little bell and all that jazz so that you're notified whenever we have a brand new video here on Area DMG. And until the next video comes out, you are now caught up. Morning, Maya.